Yo, what's the word, boys? Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to talk about Petr Yan's next fight and a massive fight announced for UFC 311, Jiri Prochazka versus Jamahal Hill. We're going to start off with Petr Yan. He got the win yesterday or 2 days ago, you could say, against Deiveson Figueiredo. We're going to talk about his next matchup. Is he fighting for the title? Or do I want to see a 5-round co-main event, pay-per-view, rematch? We'll get onto that. And then Jiri Prochazka, Jamahal Hill is a very interesting fight. I have mixed opinions about it. And sorry if I sound sick. Allergies are kicking my ass, dude. It's like Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. I'm getting my ass whooped. I'll tell you that. And the lighting and shit's going to be pretty bad for the next month or so. But we're going to have to deal with it. But let's get right into it. Petr Yan versus Deiveson Figueiredo. Petr Yan looked amazing. 49-46 in my opinion. I disagree with the 50-45 scorecards. I thought Deiveson Figueiredo won that 4th round, I believe. I might be mistaken, but Petr Yan looked good, man. We're back. We are back. Petr Yan is on a win streak again. It's 2024, and the man is on a win streak. Life is good. Petr Yan fans are feeling good. MMA fans are feeling good. And there's been a lot of discussion about who Petr Yan should fight next. Is he going to fight a Merab Dvalishvili? We saw Merab call him out. You know, he's doing his silly little Instagram videos, which I think are kind of entertaining, to be honest. He's calling out Petr Yan to a rematch. Merab says his performance was very good. He's impressed, and he wants to see himself fight Yan in the rematch. However, there's one guy we're kind of forgetting in this entire conversation, and it's Umar Nurmagomedov. It seems like Merab Dvalishvili is doing everything he can to not fight Umar Nurmagomedov. For one reason or the other, he just doesn't want to fight him. I think it's personally a stylistic matchup. I think Merab is looking at this fight and like, okay, who do I have a better chance to beat? Is it Umar or is it Yan? I've already destroyed Yan. Umar can give me some problems. I think Umar does give Merab Dvalishvili problems. He has very dangerous kicks and knees up the middle to kind of stop the forward pressure of Merab Dvalishvili. His scrambling ability is very good. Of course, his last name is Nurmagomedov. His grappling is very good. And his kicks on the feet are very dynamic. So I can understand why Merab doesn't really want that fight. But the fight I want to see, or the roadmap the Bantamweight division should take, is this. I think this is an awesome way the division can go. And I think it makes it very, very exciting. Hear me out. You're going to do Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov whenever that may be. I think that fight needs to happen. I know Umar only has one top 15 win, but he did 50-45 Corey Sandhagen. Literally nobody does that. It's a new guy on top of the Bantamweight division. It's a new contender. I want to see it happen. I feel like the stylistic matchup between Merab and Umar is very interesting to dive into. And I think Umar just deserves it. That's the fight that the UFC want. It's the fight that a lot of fans want. And overall, it's just a good time. It's an interesting fight, as I said. So I think the UFC should do that. I don't know what pay-per-view it would be. Maybe like UFC 312. I think 311 is in... I don't even know when 311 is. I'm going to be completely fucking honest. But I think that's going to be Islam Makhachev versus Arman Tsarukyan. So let's do Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov sometime soon. I think we need that fight to happen. And on the same card, if we could somehow get it on the same card, or a pay-per-view after that, maybe 313, 314, this is where shit hits the fan and it gets a little crazy, if you ask me. We're going to do Petr Yan versus Sean O'Malley 2, 5-round co-main event, winner fights for the title. I've seen a lot of discussion about this fight, and I completely agree. I think it is the fight to make. The first fight was interesting, to say the least. I personally thought Petr Yan won that fight 2-1 or possibly 3-0. So I feel like we need closure. We need closure for that matchup. If Petr Yan can beat Sean O'Malley, he'll be on a 3-fight win streak. I think he proves to an extent that that first fight was, I wouldn't say a fluke, but question marks are to be had of that first fight. Say Petr Yan gets it done, 3-fight win streak, he absolutely deserves to fight for the belt. If that's Umar, if that's Merab, I still want to see that. I think Petr Yan is the most skilled bantamweight we've seen in UFC history. The arsenal he has, the toolbox that he has, he's got a deep bag. His Duffy is extremely deep. That sounded a little weird, but you guys get what I'm saying. So if he's fighting Umar, if he's fighting Merab, we make that fight happen. Or Sean O'Malley, if he beats Petr Yan again, I'm okay with him getting a rematch. Now, for a guy who wasn't a dominant champion, wasn't really that much of a defending champion, I would usually like to see Sean O'Malley get another win, but if he could jump right back into a co-main event, if he could finish a guy like Petr Yan, who I think is deserved and on that championship level, I'm okay with seeing Sean O'Malley fight for the title again. And those are two massive fights. If Sean O'Malley can fight either a Merab Dvalishvili or an Umar Nurmagomedov and somehow win, that helps his star power a shit ton. It helps him get back on that trajectory that the UFC saw him on. If he beats Merab, okay, he gets that rematch back. Maybe there's a trilogy in the future. Say he beats an Umar Nurmagomedov, that's massive for his star power. One, because it's a big name, and two, because he is Dagestani. That just goes a long way in this sport, man. That goes a long way in this sport. And also, I feel like Sean O'Malley is one of the only guys in the bantamweight division that has the style to beat Merab Dvalishvili. Because I'm going to be honest, I give Sean O'Malley a better chance to beat Merab than I give Petr Yan, if that makes sense. And it's not because Petr Yan has worse grappling and takedowns than Sean O'Malley. No. That is not the case. But I feel like a guy or the fighter that has to beat Merab Dvalishvili needs to be a guy who's taller, lengthy, very good footwork, fast, and more of a sniper on the feet. Petr Yan is more of that boxer. I feel like if you're going to beat Merab Dvalishvili, you need to be a sniper, a kickboxer, and to an extent, a counter-striker. So I think Sean O'Malley, out of all guys in the bantamweight division, has the best chance to beat Merab Dvalishvili. So I think the bantamweight division has a lot of good paths it could take. I think the future is bright. But in my opinion, there's only one answer. You do Merab Dvalishvili versus Umar Nurmagomedov. And if we're lucky, we get Sean O'Malley versus Petr Yan 2 on the same card as the co-main event, whereas the title fight is the main event. That's simple, man. That's so simple. I love this. I want to see Petr Yan become champion again. It's destined to happen. We will be back. We will be back. But let me know what you guys think. Do you want to see Petr Yan fight for the title now? Do you want to see a Sean O'Malley rematch? Do you even want to see Umar fight for the title? Let me know in the comment section down below. All right, moving on. For UFC 311, we got a massive fight announced in the light heavyweight division, and it is Jamahal Hill versus Jiri Prochazka. This is an awesome fight. This is a banger. Two strikers, two unique styles, I'd say, and they're going to clash it out. I'm not sure if it's in the co-main event, featured fight on the main card, etc. I'm not sure where it's going to be placed, but this is a cool fight. In terms of, removing all the outside noise and all the outside, I don't even really know how to describe it, but looking at the fight itself, Jamahal Hill, Jiri Prochazka. This is a sick fight, as I said. Jamahal Hill, coming off of that loss to Alex Pereira, he wants to bounce back. This is a big spot to bounce back in. Jamahal Hill talks a lot. He's very confident in his abilities, which I love when guys express their confidence. And Jiri Prochazka, this is maybe the biggest fight of his career because he's coming off of 2 losses in championship fights. If he loses to Jamahal Hill, that is 3 losses out of 4, and then he's in a really, really bad spot. And I feel like Jiri Prochazka is a guy, I don't want to disrespect Jiri because I love him, but in my opinion, Jiri could be a guy where if he is to lose multiple fights in a row by KO, I could just see it going downhill for him, and I don't like that. In terms of the fight, it's an awesome fight. But this is where I have the issue. Does this fight really move the division forward? Does it really move the division forward at all? Because we have guys who are up and coming. And I know there's other fights the UFC can make to get more challengers at the top of the division. But the winner of Jamahal Hill versus Jiri Prochazka, what does that do to the division? Because they've already lost both of them by knockout to the champion. And Alex Pereira, if he beats Magomed Ankalaev, which that seems is going to be the fight next, what do we really do? If Jamahal Hill wins, are you going to give him a rematch after only 1 win? against a guy who was brutally knocked out in the first round. Okay, doesn't make much sense to me. Or are you going to give Jiri Prochazka a third fight, and he didn't even win any of the previous two? You guys get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? It's like, the Philadelphia 76ers process. There's no process. Whoever wins, where are we going? Jamahal Hill's already lost by KO. Jiri Prochazka's lost twice by KO. So in terms of the fight itself, I love it. It's an awesome fight. It's going to be a banger. Somebody is probably going to get knocked out, which is cool. We're MMA fans. We love it. But when you look past just the fight, what does this do for the division? Is the winner going to fight, for the title next? I hope not. That'd be very bad. Maybe the winner fights a Carlos Ulberg. Volkan Ozdemir is making a name for himself at the top of that division. Magomed Ankalaev, where does he fare in this argument when he's probably going to fight Alex Pereira? Say he loses, does he jump into one of these matchups? Where is Jan Blachowicz? Because I feel like that's a guy the UFC can get away and throw him the rematch with Alex Pereira because, one, the first fight was very close. Two, it was at elevation. And three, a lot of people thought Jan Blachowicz won that fight. You could argue Jan Blachowicz got a 10-8 in one of those rounds. So this fight isn't perfect in my opinion. It is very fun, but there are also a lot of guys in the division who could be in the mix for a number one contenders fight. So this isn't the end-all, be-all, but I would have liked maybe Jiri Prochazka, I don't know, Jan Blachowicz. I feel like that would have been very fun. Jamahal Hill, Carlos Ulberg. That fight was supposed to happen. It got canceled. Maybe we run that one back in the future. But yeah, man, I'm very on the fence for this fight. We'll see how it plays out. The light heavyweight division is definitely exciting right now. We have an awesome champion. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who wins, Jamahal Hill or Jiri Prochazka? Early guess, I'm going to go Jiri Prochazka because Jamahal Hill, I feel like to finish Jiri, you need to be like an elite striker. And I'm just not sure if Jamahal Hill is like that. I'm just not sure if he's like that. I feel like Jiri's awkwardness, his ability to land shots from weird angles can give Jamahal Hill a lot of problems in this fight. So yeah, give me Jamahal Hill, or no. Do not give me Jamahal Hill. Maybe if he's fighting his cousin or his brother. If you know, you know. But no, give me Jiri Prochazka by KO. And talking about the Sean O'Malley-Petr Yan fight that I want to happen, I'm going to go with Petr Yan. I think he's just better. I think he won the first fight. I believe he can mix in it if he wants to. I think he'll learn from the first fight that the high guard was hurting him a little bit. I just think he's the better fighter. I think he's better in almost every aspect of martial arts, and I expect him to get it done. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Drop your comment or drop your predictions for Merab versus Umar, O'Malley versus Yan, and then Hill versus Prochazka. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, subscribe, please do all that. I'd appreciate it. I'm trying to get to 10K. The videos will be coming. I'm going to try to post a lot on here. I appreciate you guys. Peace out.